Hello and welcome back to the Lit Cave. And this series of videos is going to be about a bunch of my favorite authors that I own the most books of. Now I either own books that they've written or books that are about them and about the world that they've created. Right now we're on to number 3, which is J.R.R. Tolkien. And we're going to start with the books that everyone knows the most by him. So the first book would be The Hobbit. This is the dust jacket because I'm currently rereading The Hobbit before I go see the third movie. Very excited about it. I have the annotated Hobbits, beautiful edition. I really highly recommend this edition. And then we've seen before, I've posted my copy of the Lord of the Rings. This is a 50th anniversary edition. It's a beautiful leather-bound bind-up of all 3 books, plus of course all those wonderful appendices. And then we have the Silmarillion, not quite as accessible as the other works in regards to Middle-earth, but still fantastic, still accessible. I read this as well as those other 2 in a class on Tolkien, which me and my good friend Madison took together as an elective as we were becoming English teachers. And great class, very hard. The professor was Dr. Mitchell at DBU, who is a friend and a mentor now. And really a great professor. I took a lot of classes with him. All right, so let's see what else we have by or about Tolkien. So we have Tolkien's Unfinished Tales, The Lost Lore of Middle-earth. Okay? We've got... All right, now this one is, I've heard pronounced several different ways, either Sir Gawain or Sir Gawain, and the Green Knight, Pearl and Sir Orfeo by Tolkien. The Tolkien Reader, which this has some really interesting things in it. This has The Homecoming of Borthelm's Son, Tree and Leaf, Farmer Giles of Ham, The Adventures of Tom Bombadil. So, and Samantha over at Novels and Nonsense, Samantha at Novels and Nonsense and I were discussing whether you love Tom Bombadil or can't stand Tom Bombadil. I fall more into the category of don't like him, but I'm about to reread The Hobbit. Maybe I'll have a different perspective on it, and if I reread the Lord of the Rings as well. But I did not enjoy him. He was kind of the Jar Jar Binks of Middle-earth for me, but let's see if that changes. All right, we have a biography of the reading group, The Inklings, written by Humphrey Carpenter. So this focuses a lot on C.S. Lewis, Tolkien, and Charles Williams, but there were a lot of other fantastic authors in The Inklings. I've read this and did research on a paper in my Tolkien class using this. It's a really great book. I showed you this not too long ago. This is a dictionary in regards to Tolkien's world that I got at Sam's Club that I love. I've got a biography about Tolkien by Humphrey Carpenter, just on Tolkien. Really good book. Professor from Houston Baptist University, Louis Marcos. This is his book on the Shoulder of Hobbits, which I have not read yet, but I look forward to. I enjoy Louis Marcos's writing. And the hardest book I ever read, The Legend of Sigurd and Gudrun. I was highly embarrassed in an English class when I realized how poorly I understood some of the things in this book. This is probably one I need to go back and read later on in life, and maybe more focused reading. Tolkien and the Great War. This is a biography just about him and kind of his interactions with World War I and how that influenced his writing, by John Garth. Highly recommended biography in regards to Tolkien. Smith of Wootton Major by Tolkien. Read this for my class, really enjoyed it. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis, The Gift of Friendship. This is by Colin Duriez, who's a really fantastic gentleman from England. He typically writes great overviews, not super in-depth, but I really enjoy his writing. And then The Letters of J.R.R. Tolkien. So that's probably about 15 or 16 books by Tolkien, and I really enjoyed all of them as well. Alright, so that's it for this video, and until the next video, see you same lit time, same lit channel.